Welcome students. This time we are going to explore one of the most prominent pain management technique of Shalyatantra, that is Agnikarma Chikitsa. As we all know, Ayurveda is a basic science of life which has active role in preventing as well as treating various diseases. And Shalyatantra, the surgical discipline of Ayurveda, has its uniqueness that it have dual treatment procedures such as Shastrakarm or surgical procedures and Anushastrakarm or parasurgical procedures. One of the most important parasurgical procedure is Agnikarm, in which therapeutically heat applied over the local area with the help of a shalaka or a metal rod, snehe, that is grit or oil, madhu, etc. And it produced very positive effects. Agnikarm basically used for the diseases produced by Vat and Kapha doshas. So what is Agnikarm? Agnikarm is made up of two words, Agni and Karma. The word Agni derived from the root Agigatayu Agyati Agnyayamna Prapyanti. That is, it gives the rebirth, is utilized to cure and also for prevention of the diseases. And karma is basically means action. The word Agni and karma, that is Agni kritva yat karma, Agne sambandh va yat karma, tad Agni karma, means अग्नि के द्वारा या अग्नि के संबंध से जो कर्म किया जाता है वह अग्नि कर्म कहलाता है. Agnikarm is also known as intentional therapeutic heat burn. It was broadly described by Acharya Shushruta, Charak, Vagbhat and many others. Agnikarm described by Acharya Charak as Shastra Pranidhan Chikitsa for treating Kafajgul, Granthi, Arsh, Bhagandar, Plihodar, Yakritradodar, Ardhavbhedak, Visarp, etc. Acharya Shushruta described it in details in Sutrasthan chapter 12, Agnikarm Adhyay. It is also mentioned as Anushastrakarm, Upyantra, Shalya Nirharan Upay and also among us Shashti Upkram for Brand Chikitsa. Agnikarms also used for treating variety of diseases. Agnikarm Vidhi mentioned in Ashtang Sangrah and Ashtang Hridaya in Sutrasthan chapter 40 and 30 respectively. Acharya Harit described it under 8 treatment surgical procedures. It is also mentioned by Chakradat and Yog Ratnakar in the treatment of Hridrasi Chikitsa. So it has seen that lots of description of Agnikarm is also found in Laghutrai, Brihatrai, also in some of the latest Shalyatantra books too. Mere utilization of Agnikarma, which is counted in Anushastra, Upyantra and Shashti Upkram 2, provides Shalyatantra a special place among the Ashtanga Ayurveda. This procedure can be used as preventive measure, curative measure, post-operative and as well as hemostatic or Rakt Stambhan. Agnikarm has its superiority among all other surgical procedures pertaining to the facts that it prevents reoccurrence of the diseases and also used as ultimate measure to treat diseases that cannot be cured by Bhashaj, Shastra and Sharkarm. By means of its action, it is considered even more superior than Shar itself, and it is also considered as best method for hemostasis. Classification or type of Agnikarma. Agnikarma can be divided on the basis of material used and on the basis of shape. First, according to choice of material, it could be Snigdha Agnikarma, in which madhu, ghrit and tel is used for sira, snayu, sandhi and asthigat Agnikarma. For Ruksha Agnikarma, dry objects like pipali, shalaka, kodan, etc. are used for Twak, Mas, Gat Agnikarma. On the basis of shape, it can be classified as Valay, Bindu, Vilekha, Pratisaran, Ardhachandrakar, Swastika. According to Akriti or shape, Agnikarma can be of these varieties. Valay means circular shape, which can be obtained by using the button-shaped shalaka. Bindu, or in the form of a dot, which can be made by a pointed shalaka. Vilekha, or in a line, which can be again of three types. Tiryak means oblique, Riju, or a straight line. Vakra means in a zigzag fashion. In a Pratisaran variety, we simply have to use heated shalaka and rub it over the affected site with no specific shape. Next variety is Ardhachandrakar, that is semicircular, Swastik with 4 limbs and Ashtapad with 8 limbs respectively. Indications of Agnikarma. Agnikarma can be used for Vividvat Vedana, means in patients of severe and chronic pain, stump or stiffness anywhere in the body, Arsh or hemorrhoids. Adhimans means in hypertrophic scar or keloid. Granthi, any type of chronic inflammatory swellings. Apachi, Vrana, specifically the non-healing ones. It is also used for treatment of Arbud, Nadivrand or sinus tract, Bhagandar or fistula in ano, Charmkeel or warts, Galgand, Shlipat or filariasis, Antravriddhi, or in case of inguinal hernia, Shirorog or Adhimant, that is a netra rog also known as glaucoma. Contraindication. Agnikarma should be contraindicated, or if required, it should be done with caution in conditions of weak person, children and old age patients, patients with diabetes or madhumeha, the condition in which Swedan is strictly contraindicated. Pitta diseases and Pitta Prakriti Purush, Rakt Pitta Rogi, Atisar, Pranashalya or retained foreign bodies anywhere in the body, or patients with multiple wounds. Probable mode of action of Agnikarma. Diseases which are caused by Vata and Kapha doshas and also involving these Sthai dhatus like Mas, Med, Asthi and Majja, and Updhatu like Sira, Snayu and Twak that are prominently Prithvi and Aap Mahabhut Pradhan should be treated with Agnikarma on the basis of Viparit Chikitsa. It also helps to remove Srotosang and Avaran by purview of its Ushna Guna. As we know, pain or Vedana is caused by the Vad dosh, so it gets specified with its Ushna Guna. Skin or Twacha being the place of Vayu, and Agnikarma releases the Sang of Vayu when applied over the skin. According to Dr. Van Heff, local heat improves tissue metabolism, which leads to increased demand of oxygen and nutrients at the burn or Agnikarma site. It also excretes unwanted metabolites and toxins, especially in the form of chronic inflammatory substances, which improves blood circulation. Local rise in temperature also induces relaxation of the stiff muscles. Vasodilatation effects of Agni Garm leads to an effective hemostatic action too. It also prevents sepsis as there is sterilization due to high temperature while doing the Agni Karma procedures. That's why we don't need any type of antibiotics while doing the Agni Karma procedures. According to Acharya Shushruta, what could be a Dahan Upkaran or a material for Agni Karma? अथेमानि दहन उपकरणानि भवन्ति तद्यथा पिप्ली अजाशकृत कौदंत शर शलाका जाम्बोष्ट अतर्लह शौद्र गुड़ स्नेहा च तच्च पिप्ली अजाशकृत गौदंत शर शलाका सत्वगतानां जाम्बोष्ट अतर्लह मास्गतानां शौद्र गुड़ स्नेहा सिरस्नायु संध्या अस्थिगतानां च. He described various Dahan Upkaran like Pipli, Ajashakrit, Gaudant, Shar, Shalaka, Jambosht, Laha or different types of metals, Shaudra or Madhu, Gud and Sneh. For Tvachagat Agni Karma, Pipli, Ajashakrit, Gaudant, Shar and Shalaka can be used. Jambosht and Laha are used for Masgat variety and Shaudra, Gud and Sneh are indicated for Sira, Snayu, Sandhi or Asthigat Agni Karma. In this slide, you are able to appreciate various Dahan Upkaran, that is Agni Karma Shalaka, Ghrit, Madhu, Tal, Gud and Pipli. There is also a pick of burner as a heat source for heating the metallic rods for Agni Karma. Agni Karma Kal. Agni Karma can be done in almost every season, but we have to take extra precautions while doing it in Sharad and Grishma Ritu, that is in the month of October, November, June and July because of the extreme heat and extreme cold during both the seasons. It's all for today. In the next lecture, we will learn how to perform the Agni Karma. Till then, take care, stay home, stay safe. Welcome all. In continuation to my previous presentation on Agni Karma, in the coming slides, we will learn the proper technique of performing the Agni Karma, as it is a skill to be mastered by practice and patience. As we all know from the earlier discussion that Dahan Upkaran can be of plant, animal or metallic origin. This is the list of Dahan Upkaran from plant sources, that is Pipli, Tal, Gud, Sargeras, Yashti Madhu and Haridra. Next variety is of animal origin, which is Ajashakrit, Gaudant and Madhuchisht. Last category is of metallic material for Agni Karma. It could be a shar or arrow or a shalaka, that is iron, copper or a gold shalaka, or most widely used Panchadhatu shalaka. Panch means 5 and Dhatu means metal. So it is basically a metallic shalaka made up of 5 metals in the following proportion: copper 40%, iron 30%, yashad or zinc 10%, silver 10%, and tin or vang 10% respectively. Agnikarm sites. Agnikarm according to the Shastra can be of sthanik or sthanantariya varieties. Sthanik type is in which the Agnikarm or burn mark can be applied directly over the local or diseased area, such as in case of kadar or corn, arsh or hemorrhoids, charmkeel or warts, etc. And in sthanantariya variety, we have to make Agnikarm distal to the site of disease. As indicated in Plihodar, we have to perform Agnikarm at wrist, umbilicus and left thumb. And in case of Gridhrasi or sciatica, we have to perform it over the lumbosacral region and at ankle, that is away from the diseased site. The material we require for doing the Agnikarm is heat source, any type of Dahan Upkaran or Shalaka, Trifla Quath, Panchvalkal Quath, etc. for cleansing the part, Khrit Kumari pulp for intermittent use while performing the procedure, Yashti Madhu Churn for dressing, and neat and clean bandaging material. This is the pic from the Agnikarm unit of CB bags. In this slide, you are able to appreciate the heat source in the form of a Petromax, different types of Agnikarm Shalaka, and the material needed for Agnikarm, that is Haridra Churn, Madhyashti Churn, Khrit Kumari pulp, etc. Now the Purvakarm or pre-procedure of Agnikarm. First of all, we have to explain the whole procedure to the patient to overcome his or her apprehension and fear regarding the therapy. We should take informed consent before Agnikarm. Call the patient on his or her scheduled visit. First of all, keep source of heat ready and make sure that patient should not be empty stomach. Then we have to sterilize the affected area by cleaning it with the Trifla Quath, Panchvalkal Quath, etc. and also draping the unnecessary exposed part to avoid the cross infection. Care must be taken that we should not apply spirit over the affected part, as we are going to use the heat source and it may lead to fatal consequences. Pradhankarm for the Agnikarm is, first we have to mark the site with the help of permanent marker or anything else. Create a Samyak Dagd with the help of red hot shalaka in any of the prescribed forms such as Valay, Bindu, Vilekha, etc. We have to make sure that burn marks should be equidistant, that is, neither too close nor too far to each other. Intermittently, we have to apply Ghrit Kumari pulse to overcome the burning sensation, which is a common part while doing the Agni Karma. Post-therapy procedure or Paschat Karma. After doing the Agni Karma therapy, we have to apply some cooling as well as healing agents in the form of Madhu and Ghrit, Yashti Madhu Churn, Jatyadi oil, coconut oil, etc. over the affected part. After dressing, Shithil Bandh should be applied for next 24 hours. Samyak Dagd. Aim of Agni Karma therapy is to obtain Samyak Dagd, which means burn mark which must be Tal Fal Sadrish, that is dark purple colored, Samyak or even, that is neither elevated nor depressed, and should be equidistant to each other. These are the certain clinical conditions in which Agni Karma is indicated, such as lower back pain or Katishur, Achilles tendinitis, any type of idiopathic pain or pain of any unknown origin anywhere in the body, or in cases of chronic or post-traumatic pain. Kadar means corn and callosity anywhere in the body. Charmkeel or warts. Hypertrophic wound scar or Vrana Granthi. Now the complications of Agni Karma and their management. We have to make a Samyak Dagd while doing the Agni Karma. Asamyak Dagd are of three varieties, that is Lusht Dagd, Durdagd and Ati Dagd. Lusht Dagd can be caused by not properly heated shalaka, for which we have to apply hot fermentation over the part and give Ushnavirya medicines. Durdagd can be caused by an unskilled physician or shaking of patients because of apprehension or fear. It could be treated accordingly. Ati Dagd is caused when more heat transferred by the shalaka for a longer duration. It should be treated by application of Madhyashtayadi lay. Daha or burning sensation while doing the Agni Karma or after it can be overcome by application of Ghrit Kumari Patra Swaras. If we will not maintain a sepsis. While doing the procedure, it can lead to Dushtvran or sepsis. Wound sepsis will be treated accordingly. Nutshell. Now, Agni-Karam therapy is in nutshell. First, we have to cleanse the area with any antiseptic solution and also drape the unnecessary exposed part. Keep your heat source ready. Apply Samyak Dag over the affected part. In this video, we are creating Bindu variety. Appreciate that we must apply aloe vera pulp in between the procedure to overcome the burning sensation. Burn marks should be equidistant to each other. In the end, sprinkle the affected part with Madhuyashti Churn and loose bandaging must be done for next 24 hours. Keep the affected part elevated and care must be taken that it does not come in contact with water, dust, heat, etc. After 24 hours, remove the bandage and apply coconut oil or jatyadi oil, etc. 3 to 4 times a day for next 4 to 5 days for proper healing. The video which I have just shown you is a case of plantar fasciitis treated by Agni-Karam therapy. That's all for today. Take care, stay home, stay safe.